Actually just want to rant. Hi guys. Welcome back to my channel. This is Abose Detox, and man, you guys blew my mind in the last video. Like the reaction, the comment, the subscription. Like I'm convinced that you guys really love. I love love too, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for all the clicks. Thank you for watching. Thank you for interacting with the video. Thank you for the subscription. I say thank you. You had the real MVP. Okay, so today I actually just want to rant because I reflect a lot. So I remember that this is December, right? 2024. The year is almost running to an end, or the year has ended, so to say. And then I remember that 2 Decembers ago, 2022 and 2023, I had a face of some dramas happening. In 2022, December, around I think 18, 19, thereabouts, I was robbed in a no man's land where I did not understand the language. It was like, thinking about it now, it was I didn't see it coming, even though I'd had like a similar dream before, like a long time before it happened. Okay, this is it. Sometimes some things happens to us and then we're like, oh God, can't you see me? Oh God, I thought I'm your favorite daughter. Oh God, why is this happening to me? Oh God, why did you allow this? But sometimes in the midst of the chaos, God is actually pruning us, is actually forming us, because that was actually what happened with that first incident. And God made sure to provide people at every point. Like there was help from the point I was robbed to how I got back to my house that night, to how I left that state and came back to Ibadan. I saw God. I saw God through human people that I don't know, people that, and I didn't just have to talk too much. They helped me. And then and each time I look back, I'm like, okay, God allowed that incident, and at the same time, He provided people at every spot to help me, even though it was I feel like that was the scariest. Or at the time, I thought that was the scariest. It was scary, very traumatic, and life defining, because it was life transforming for me. Yes, it was robbery, but he led me to a place where God actually wanted me to be. When you have been posting, oh, I'm strong, I can do this, I can achieve that, God will bring you to that place where you will feel the need for Him. Like you will just know that, God, if you don't do it, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. If you're not going with us, I know they go. He brought me to that point where my tears met my knees, and I just had to surrender. And He did it in a way that I had no friends. I had no friends around physically that I could, find solace in their hands. So I was left to, I was pushed to actually get something done and just be like, God, only you. And I had no phone too. I was robbed. I had no phone. I think the only two people that, in a way, the only physical person that I still feel like a bit comfortable, or that made me felt, saved and, more alive at the time, was my younger sister. But at the same time, she had to go to school. So I was left in that space. And I remember I prayed a prayer. It was just one word, that I said to God, I said, God, you get to a point that you don't even know what you're saying. I was crying that morning. That was December 26th, I think, 2022. I faced my window in the morning. I was going somewhere and I told God, I said, God, I need somebody, like I need a woman being. My friends have japa finished. So there's no place I'm going to. My sister needs to go to school. She needs to go back. Like I was alone. I was in my father's house, but I mean, I still wasn't feeling it. I needed someone to hug me. I needed someone to hold me and, just tell me things. But it didn't happen and I was pushed to that point. But believe me, today I have testimony of the person God sent to me and how he sent it. It's miraculous. But that story for another day. But today I just want to talk about my December experience so far. So that was in 2022. Now in 2023, I was kidnapped. Wetin dey occur? I was going to work, and it's December, so the work pressure, everything has reduced. So I didn't even leave the house. This happened in Lagos. I didn't even leave the house as early as I used to. So there was this Sienna car. It was myself and my friend that were going to work, and we've been at that bus stop for like some minutes. There was no bus, nothing. We were sure there. So when we saw this one, she ran towards it, and I don't know what they've discussed. So she entered, and then I stood at the entrance, and I was just like, I was telling her, I was speaking another language that I believe this people do not understand. Like, oh, I don't want to go with this. I don't feel like going with this car. But of course, we were running late, so I entered, and that was how the kidnap. And that was how the kidnap happened. We were robbed on motion, thrown out of the car at some point, threatened, they called for ransom, all of those things that happened. The experience was bad, but we survived. Now, these two major experiences they are traumatic, they are life changing, they mess with you in ways that you can't even explain. It's almost like, am I ever going to recover? I mean, I had my fear grew, like it grew to the point that going to work feels like torture because I don't want to enter a car, I don't want to enter buses, I don't want to see faces that look scary. My friends that will go to work together or that will come back from work together, they will stop a bus. Oh, let's go. Then I'll just see one face. I'll be like, no, no, I'm sorry, I'm not going. If you want to go, you can go, but nah, not okay. And sometimes I enter a bus, and the moment I start feeling uncomfortable, I'll tell the driver, please, I want to get down. To tell more than what I'm saying, it was more dramatic. But it wasn't about the drama, it was just about me telling myself that I don't feel safe. I shouldn't force it. If I don't feel safe, I don't feel safe. And it's quite unfortunate for like the present condition of Nigeria when it comes to security. I've just come to understand that in the midst of it, you are responsible for yourself. Okay. So when I don't feel safe, when I feel like something is missing, I'm seeing the scary face, I just get down. I don't try to let my heart keep pounding till I get to my bus stop. And but with time, I mean, they're like 2 years, 1 year ago now, and I would say I've healed to a reasonable extent, and that's because I put some measures into place. I don't look down on my instinct. The moment I feel like I don't want to go with you, I'm not going with you. And it's not all about feelings. Yeah, I enter public transport. I enter from bus stops. I don't pick things. I don't wave cars on the road. I go to the bus stop, enter where the oh my god, this thing is crazy. I'm really glad that now I can, smile talking about it. But low key, they still actually still make me teary because I know the things they've done to me. that this experience has done to me. And sometimes I actually find myself, transferring this fear. I remember when my sister was coming to Lagos to help me with something. Oh my god, I was so mad. Like, update me. Tell me anything happening on the road. Don't do this. Don't do that. No. But the Holy Spirit just brought it to my notice that don't transfer your fear to her. She's not the one who experienced it. Don't do that. And then I had to ask for help. Like, God, I beg, help me because this is my blood. Hey, I don't want her having this, like having a pinch of this experience. It's not everybody that come out of it. It's not everybody that that will be lucky, you know. And like I said, it's life changing. You will just make a decision in your life, like, oh, due to this thing, I will never do this again, or I will never try that again, or whatever, whatever. This thing gives you a perspective, and then you grow with it. Every other thing you do is affected by it, is influenced by that experience, and you might not even know it. You might not know. Hey, so help us go. So guys out there, please be safe. Oh. Try as much as possible not to stay out late because you just don't know who is watching. You just don't, like, because you dress in a particular way, some people are just after you. You're not showing off. You just look good. I mean, don't, God created you. You just look fine. And once you dress, the clothes just look good on you. But they think you have money. They think you are, God have mercy. Like I said, I just want to rant, and I'm sincerely grateful to God for keeping me, for keeping my own, for keeping my family, for healing me, actually, for healing me. Yes, because in those two experiences, things happened. A lot changed, and well, yeah, I'm grateful for me, for my friend too, and yeah, be safe.